Yo guys, what is up? Welcome back to a brand new video here today and some more F1 2020 my team. Today we are here for round 2 at Bahrain, and if you guys missed round 1 at Australia, the opening race of the season with the brand new and improved 97 Martini Racing F1 team, then go check out the episode guys. I'll leave it linked up in the top right hand corner of your screen, and it was of course our new teammate's home race, Daniel Ricciardo. So yeah, lots of reasons to go watch the episode, guys. It was a pretty decent race, and I won't spoil it too much for you. But guys, in the previous episode, I did make a bit of a tweak to the format, so I've only got the face cam on for the race and for this initial part of the video. Let me know what you guys think about that, and if it's a good thing or a bad thing. And also, again, I'm always open to suggestions in terms of improving the series, guys. But nonetheless, I'm looking forward to today's one. Bahrain is typically a very strong track for the AI, so it could be another tough race for us here this weekend. So without further ado, let's get today's episode underway. If you guys are going to enjoy the video, like, subscribe down below, hit the red button, it really helps me out, and let's get this video underway. So here we are then once again for another race weekend, and as you can see on screen we have the weather forecast, which of course looks very normal because we are in Bahrain, therefore rain is a very rare thing to happen around these parts. And also looking at the R&D graph, no upgrades except for Alfa Romeo. Everyone else staying exactly the same, but it doesn't mean we're not working because we've got an ultimate chassis upgrade, our very first one of the series so far, and that hopefully will arrive for the next race. We've also got a major engine upgrade as well, which should arrive as the race finishes here today, so I'm looking forward to it, and lots of bits and pieces arriving soon to the car to hopefully help us improve and bridge that gap to Mercedes-Benz. So with that said, we move into practice and the first session of the weekend, and to be fair, normally I do most of my running in FP2, but for this weekend I've done it in FP1. Just to kind of sandbag a little bit and get a bit of a different read on the car and how it performs in the daytime conditions. And to be honest, the car felt okay. I was struggling a bit for traction. That was the key thing I noticed. And also, it seems like they are, again, we know this, but this is one of their stronger tracks. And especially one lap pace, they're very, very quick. So we finished practice, we went quickest of all. And also we scored about a combined total of pretty much 900 R&D points between myself and Daniel Ricciardo. So we hit all of our gold bonuses for our sponsors, and also about 1,000 R&D points if you push it all in after practice. So a really good Friday. And with that, we move into Saturday for qualifying here at Bahrain, and this is going to be the tricky session of the weekend. I think, you know, similar to Australia, we got caught out and we had to really work our way to qualify P7 in Australia. It's going to be a similar thing here this weekend in Bahrain. So as you can see, this is currently my first lap in Q1, and I pushed the limits a bit too much there, running a bit wide and picking up a warning there for track limits. And to be fair, the lap in itself was actually, it felt good, you know, like I was quite happy with it for a banker lap, for a first lap. Obviously nobody goes 110% on their very first lap, and we do run up to the line, and we only go P8 and about 8 tenths off Lando Norris, which was a little bit concerning. We then got back to the pit box and we got pushed down to P18, and the gap to Pierre Gasly, the safety, was 6 tenths of a second. So we had to pull something out the bag on this lap. We're currently P19 and we are currently in the knockout zone, and we have to find something on this lap. So let's see what happens. It was my best lap in Q1. Will it be enough to get into Q2? We're about to find out. And here we go, running to the line, opening the DRS. We're going to improve by around 6.5 tenths, which is a big improvement and more or less what we needed. But unfortunately, it's only good enough for P18. So we are out of Q1. That is unbelievable. And we did set the target lap time. We finished just behind Jack Aitken. but even then we was 3/10 off safety. You know, everybody else improved their lap times, and we was nowhere near it. So unfortunately, we are out of qualifying. I can tell you Ricciardo finished P3, and we was 8/10 off his pace. So yeah, the midfield seems very compact, and you know, that improvement of time and the goalposts being moved by Nick De Vries there in P16 meant that we weren't quick enough. And to be honest with you, you saw the lap. It was a perfect lap in my opinion. There was no way I was going to find another 3/10. So unfortunately, that is going to be it for our qualifying session, and that's just the nature of the midfield. So disappointing to say the least. But with that said, if we move into the rivalry breakdown, and of course because of that qualifying, Verstappen is going to outscore us here today. But you know, the big points are scored on Sunday, so hopefully we'll try and extend our advantage in the race tomorrow. And also worth noting, no gains whatsoever in the team acclaim after qualifying. So a bit disappointing, but that is the nature of Bahrain. And after a poor qualifying, we're now going to move into the race.
The stage is set for another enthralling race here in the Kingdom of Bahrain. A Ferrari stronghold in years gone by, but will they be able to add to their record today? We'll be racing around 3.36 miles of the magnificent Bahrain International Circuit today. Keep an eye out for drivers locking the front left down into the tricky braking zone of turn 10. A warm welcome to Anthony Davidson, who's beside me in the commentary box today. Why don't we kick off by discussing Max Verstappen? As ever, the threat of unreliability is never far away, and indeed they'll be starting out of position today due to a power unit component change. So it's going to be a difficult task to move forward from there.
But on the bright side, at least those fresh components can help them maintain the power they need to come through the pack. I expect to see them take a more aggressive approach today to make up for the compromised start.
Off the back of a fantastic qualifying session, it's time to see how our starting grid looks for today's race. Good job yesterday from Valtteri Bottas. The Finn starts from pole position, and Lewis Hamilton completes the front row. Looking at the rest of today's grid, we have Ricciardo, Leclerc, Sebastian Vettel, and Kvyat, Ocon, Sainz, Magnussen, and Sergio Perez. Gasly, De Vries, Max Verstappen. They'll be starting further back after an earlier grid penalty. And Norris, Aitken, Martinez, Antonio Giovinazzi, and Alexander Albon. Grosjean, Russell, Latifi, and Lance Stroll brings the grid to a close. It's almost time for the lights to go out, so let's head down to the track and get this Grand Prix underway.
Okay guys, so here we are for the start of the Bahrain Grand Prix, starting from P16. So we did gain a couple of places due to penalties behind us, and we are going to start slightly higher up. Having said that, we are still a long way away from where we need to be, so we've got a lot of work to do in today's race. And to try and improve our chances, we're going to start the race on the medium tyres. I think that's going to give us a bit of an edge. Going for the one-stop strategy is going to be really, really key for this race. And we're then going to move on to the hard compound tyres. And in terms of fuel, I've actually underfueled the car by 0.2, so slightly underneath the fuel limit, and hopefully we can be a bit more competitive that way in the first stint, especially in the medium tyres, because I feel like we're going to have to try and find some good pace on these. Either way, I'm looking forward to it. You know, fighting through the field, it's going to be a good challenge and something I'm very much relishing. So let's see how it goes. It surely can't go any worse than qualifying. So let's jump into it and let's get the Bahrain Grand Prix underway. Right then, here we go. We're going to build up the revs here for the 5 red lights. Very quick lights, but we're underway. Not a terrible start. The AI got off very well, all of them. AI all over the place. I'm just trying to find a bit of space. Whoa, what is going on? I've got to cut the corner. The AI absolutely suicidal into turn 1 around this track. I've got to be honest, I don't like it one bit. I've noticed this in past seasons. Bit of contact there with Grosjean as we bang tyres. Such a dirty start. My goodness me. We're down to P20. But you saw the AI just next to me. Everyone around me just imploded. The Alpha's got wing damage. We're going to go for a send here because we can make up a few places. Down the inside of Albon and Aitken. Looks like Stroll may have issues in front of us as well in the Alpha Tauri. Let's see. I'm going to try and stick with him if I can. Nice, nice, nice. Lost a bit of momentum there on the exit as I just slightly bumped him. But we're going to gain on him nonetheless. Down the inside of Lance Stroll. And there we go, back up to P17. making a swift recovery. Nicholas Latifi up next in the Williams. Let's see if we can get past him as well. The Williams, of course, the slowest car on the grid, so I'm hoping to get by pretty rapidly and recover my starting position. P16, let's go for it here. Nicholas defends the inside. We're going to go the long way around at the front of the corner. And there we go, job done. Back up to P16. That's one of the cars ahead pit. I think it's a Red Bull. Max Verstappen in the pit lane, so maybe some damage for him. So we're now P15. So after all of that and a crazy first lap and a bit of, suicidal kamikaze AI, we've moved back up and actually ahead of our starting position. So happy days. Let's see if we can get up to Norris and De Vries now and make some progress. I do feel like I've got a better race pace anyway, so I want to try and use it. We've got a little 3-car train here. Grosjean, De Vries and Norris. Well, to be fair, it might be Giovinazzi in the other Haas, so I'm not quite sure either way. I've got a lot more pace than these guys, and I want to get by before Albon makes progress on those soft tyres. All right, here we go. Let's get past Norris first. We should be able to get him here.
DRS will be enabled this lap. You can use it when within 1 second of the car ahead and in the DRS zone.
Down the inside of Lando into turn 1. Job done. And it is Giovinazzi in front of De Vries in the Haas, so let's see now if we can get past both of these guys as well and move up to P12. I feel really quick actually. Race pace is just so much better around here for me. Qualifying is always a write-off every season, in every game. The last 3 F1 games or so, this one's always been a write-off. But we're much quicker. You can see the pace difference. It's just a matter of when, not if, we get by here. Right, we're going to go for this move then. Hopefully, the 2-for-1 special. We're going to try and make light work of these boys through the final corner. Important to pick up a good exit, which we do. I've got a full bar VRS to deploy, and we should get the double slipstream. There goes De Vries and Giovinazzi. We're going to follow through here. Gio moves across at the last second. I'm going to be patient. I'm actually going to sit back and see if I can get De Vries up towards turn 4 instead. Bit of a horrible exit, to be fair. I might just struggle to get De Vries here. Yeah, not quite close enough. Here we go then, 1 lap later than we should have done. We're going to get by Nick De Vries here for P12. DRS, rich mix. I've run out of overtake actually, but we're still going to get the run on him. Look how quick that Ferrari engine is in the back of the Alpha. Nick locks up a little bit there and we go through easily on the inside and up to P12. Now we can pull away, clean air. Let's use that to close up to the guys in front. We've got both racing points also on the medium tyres, and then that should be it for the medium tyre runners in theory. Then I should be the lead medium tyre runner in this race. New personal best. And Nick De Vries now 1.5 seconds behind. We're trying to catch up to the cars ahead now. That's the challenge. At the minute, they're not really battling. They're just kind of following each other in a DRS train, which is annoying because I may cut through the corners, but I lose everything on the straights. So hopefully there are a few battles emerging so that we can hopefully close up that gap a little bit. Another personal best. We are starting to catch now. Gap down to 2.8 to Perez in front. A lot of cars there. To be fair, there might be 1 or 2 more on the mediums after them. I thought it might have been those 2, but I'm remembering now the grid penalties. And that might mean some of those medium tyres may have snuck into the top 10. So we're not out of trouble just yet. We've got to try and be the lead medium tyre runner, because that means I'll be the lead car on that reverse strategy, which I need to be leading pretty much. Okay, Ricardo pits, and we've got the first of the soft tyre runners also in the pit lane. So this is going to open up the race a little bit now. So this is a key period. We've got to try and set some good pace and some good lap times now on these tyres. Let's see if we can close up to the racing points, because they might start battling now that they don't have DRS anymore on other cars around them. Okay, we've got a few more soft tyre runners in the pit lane. So in theory now, I believe everyone that's staying out there is on mediums. So let's see if we can make some progress. I think we've got 2 racing points and a Renault out there on mediums. So we need to beat those 3 cars on track to be in the best place possible for this strategy to work. Okay, here we go. Racing points battling away now. As Lewis Hamilton sets a new fastest lap. This is exactly what we need. Racing points, duking it out. That's going to help us close the gap even more. A couple of tenths quicker per lap than Perez, but this is going to really help as we're now within 1 second, which is perfect. Here we go, the racing points, duking it out. This is exactly what I need now, because this might present an opportunity for an overtake. Here we go. Magnussen has no DRS. This is our opportunity. Around the outside of turn 4. It's going to be close. We get the power down, a bit of overtake, and there we go. We're through and ahead of K-Mag. Now we can get past Perez as Albon retires. Perez should be easy to pass now because Perez won't have DRS from a car in front. Let's see if we can get past him now. Perez is really pushing here. I think he's running a higher engine mode because we're dropping Magnussen. And Perez has got a pretty healthy gap, to be fair. Having said that, though, I want a challenge. We're not going to be close enough into turn 1, but we can definitely have a go into turn 4, maybe, if we can get the exit right out of here. Which I do struggle with compared to the AI, to be fair. Again, there I'm struggling big time. Oh, that's so frustrating. I needed that move right there and then. That was a pretty messy lap, I've got to be honest. Meanwhile, Hamilton making a move on Magnussen behind, I think. We're going to box, though. Gasly pits, as does Sergio Perez. Get also down, and there we go. I should have kept it in second gear. That was a mistake from me. I'm going to use a bit more fuel than I would have liked. Looks like Pierre might get held up a little bit by me, possibly. We need a quick stop here. A sub 2 second is going to be needed. Let's see. Yes. What a stop. We've done it. We've jumped Perez in the pit lane. I didn't expect it, but the boys delivered. Let's go.
Look after these tyres now. We want to finish the race on this compound.
What we've got to do now is get ahead of Pierre, and then we're in the lead of this reverse alternate strategy. But what a pit stop phase. The boys delivering massively there. We needed that so badly. And we've jumped Perez. Perfect case scenario. I'm going to see if I can get past Carlos Sainz here. Magnussen should be in the pit lane this lap as well. He should be behind us. And he is. Not quite close enough to Carlos here. We will get very, very close under braking, but let's see if we can get this move done this time through here. Now on fresher tyres, I should get better traction, which we do. Can I get close enough to Carlos? That's the question. I'm gaining. I tried to spook him a little bit, but he's having none of it. Not quite close enough. I need to make this move here. Put this car between myself and Perez, and that's going to give us a bit of breathing room and a chance to pull away. And then we can turn our attention to Pierre Gasly up the road. Right, let's get this move done this time. On the pitch straight so that it's decisive and we haven't got to do it into turn 4 because we can't seem to make a move onto turn 4. I just can't get the traction. A little bit far away, but we should be able to make this up on the straight. Personal best. Come on, let's go, let's go, let's go. Go, 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 go. Run that in a bit hot on the brakes. Sainz will get the cut back on us. Side by side, I've got to cut the corner a little bit, give Sainz some room. Come on. Up to turn 4. I've got a bit more momentum this time. Around the outside we go. Oh man, I'm struggling with traction this race so much. It's really costing me in terms of making moves, and I'm actually getting annoyed at myself. I can't make overtakes as quickly as I normally would around here. This is so annoying. Alright, come on, this time we've got to get it done, surely. A little bit closer on the exit as well, which is going to help, as the 2 stoppers seemingly in the pit lane have run out of overtake, which is not going to help. I think we're still close enough though to get this move done. Here we go, we're going to go to the outside this time. Long way round at turn 1. Hamilton rejoins just in front on the fresh mediums. But there we go, we're through. Sainz trying to come back at us here, but we've got the DRS, so we should be fine, and we are fine. Okay, we've got a few more cars in the pit lane. Valtteri Bottas looks like. So I'm expecting still more cars to pit. Not quite sure who's out there at the minute, but they've got to be stopping soon. Meanwhile, Sainz and Perez are battling behind us quite heavily. Sainz almost T-boned me into turn 1 there. Okay, we've got a few more cars in the pits. Ricciardo's in there. Ocon in there as well. Charles Leclerc. Ocon having a great race, to be fair. So we're going to rejoin, or should I say we're going to now take P3 on the reverse strategy. We've got Bottas though just behind Perez here. I'm trying to pull away, but I'm dragging everyone with me, which is so frustrating. I've almost got a 1 second gap though. Let's see if we could try and build that gap up a little bit. There's still 10 laps to go. Okay, Bottas is going to get past Perez here. And now he's going to try and come after us. So it's not going to last very long, this podium. I don't think anyway. Bottas with a huge dive into turn 1 there. That completely caught me off guard, and now he's going to have to run here. He's going to be so quick. But I think we should be okay to hang on for now. Bottas is right on my gearbox here. I'm trying to slow him down a little bit because Ricciardo's approaching. He's behind Perez. If I can just hold up Bottas long enough so that Ricciardo can get by, that'd be sick. We're going to defend straight away here. And move to the right hand side to keep Bottas behind us. Will it work? Here comes Bottas. to the outside of turn 1. Gotta be careful. But we do have space, and I'm gonna cut him off there, give him the squeeze, pinch him a little bit, and we're gonna hold on to P3 for a little bit longer. Ganazi's out of the question now. He's too quick, and he's got too much of a gap that I can't make that back up. So unless he makes a mistake or has an issue, Ganazi's gonna get probably a P2 today. Unless Ricardo can make his way through here and make some light work of these guys. Oh, yellow flag a little bit further back, it looks like. That may have been an issue. We'll get confirmation on that in a minute to see who that was. Bottas is so close to me now. Jeez Louise. I'm trying my hardest to see if I can help Ricardo out a little bit. It looks like Ricardo is going to get the move on Perez, it looks like. Ocon out of the race. Ooh.
Safety car deployed. The safety car has been deployed. Watch your delta. Make sure you keep it positive as we catch the pack.
I'm going to take a risk. I'm going to pit. I'm going to try it. Go for the soft tyres. Let's see if this works. This might backfire on me. There might have been a lot of cars close. It looks like we are going to drop out the top 10. So this might have been a wrong decision. But, you know, we'll try it.
Complete. Go now.
If I can get out now in P12, I won't be too disappointed. Come on, I'll take P12 on soft tyres. Let's go, 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 go. Okay, P12, fresh soft tyres. This might be the wrong move.
Slow down. Your delta is
Come on.
negative, which
There we
means
go.
you are too fast. Reduce your pace.
Okay, so P12, fresh softs. Here we go then, it's time for the restart. Let's see how this goes. I'm putting a lot of faith on these tyres. Let's hope it pays off for us.
We have 5 laps of fuel remaining.
Oh, here we go. Good timing on that restart. Lost a bit of momentum. I'm not getting much of a slipstream here, but we're going to try anyway. Make a few places up. Oh my goodness me, that was more than I expected. We've been hit. No idea where from. I've been absolutely clattered. I didn't even have to cut. I got hit to cut turn 1. I'll get a replay of that afterwards, but we're through anyway, up to P9. We've got these tyres, so I've got to use them straight away. These first couple of laps are going to be so key. Let's see, we've got Leclerc here on mediums. Then we've got Norris in the hards. I've got so much more pace in these guys. So much more grip. Come on. Leclerc under some pressure here. Oh, okay, Leclerc, very poor exit there, so we're through. Or should I say side by side, but now we're going to push through. A little bit of contact there, we locked tyres slightly, but there we go. Up to P8, very scrappy race this one. The AI don't seem to know how to race into turn 1. For some reason, I have no idea what, who or how I got hit, but it forced me to cut the corner, which wasn't my preference, but it is what it is. Let's get past Norris and Magnussen, and then suddenly we're on the back of our teammate, who's still stuck behind Perez and can't seem to find a way through. So we should recover our position, hopefully, if everything goes well. Here we go. Let's get past Mr. Last Lap Lando. 4 laps to go. Come on. We should be okay here. Down the inside. Nice and late on the brake. Send the car a bit wide. And we are through. Come on, Ricardo. Get past Perez, man. You can do this. Let's go. Ricardo still can't get past Perez. It's so frustrating. I would have hoped now he would have done the job by now, but clearly can't make it happen. Meanwhile, we're all over the back of Magnussen here. Of course, the soft tyre is much more competitive than the hard. I mean, Ricardo's on mediums, so he should be getting this job done, but he can't seem to do it. Magnussen's going to be so out of shape here, having gone defensive. That's going to make it an easy move for me. Here we go, drag race down towards turn 1.
3 laps of fuel remaining. DRS has been enabled. DRS is now enabled.
Trying to move on Magnussen there, but he got a bit of a slipstream and he was able to come back at us. Ricardo just can't get past Perez. I don't know what the hell it is, but we're P6. Let's get past now. We need to make some progress here because I want to get that P4 back. Okay, Ricardo is very close this time. Surely he can get this one done into the first corner. I'm kind of hoping I can follow him through, really. That's what I'm looking at. Nice exit out the final corner from us. Here we go then. Surely Ricardo this time. Come on, son. Let's go. That's what I'm talking about. Perez is so quick on the straight, though. He can really hang in there. Oh, just locked up there a little bit. That's okay though, we're right on Perez's gearbox here. He's actually going to get out of shape and I'm going to swing past on the outside. And there we go, P4, P5. Bottas can't get past Pierre Gasly here for P2. So the podium can still be on, 2 laps to go. Now that Ricciardo's been released, he's absolutely flying. Hamilton 24.8, new fastest lap. But Ricciardo is so quick. Reset at 25.4. Looks like Bottas has got past Gasly. So let's see, last lap of the race. Can we pick up anything? It's going to be a big final lap here. Let's see if we can get anything out of this. Oh, getting loose there. Starting to lose his soft tyres a little bit. Can we get Ricciardo? Not quite. Not yet anyway. Oh no. Lock up there. That's not good. I'm starting to lose my tyres now. Damn it. I've lost it right at the end. Let's see if Ricciardo can get Gasly though maybe. That would be nice. We'll keep pushing to the finish. But that corner, turn 10. I'm no good at that corner. I really am not. The AI are also absolutely perfect every single time through there. I just haven't got the pace now to get back up to these guys. I think Ricciardo's going to, unfortunately, not get Gasly either, which is a shame. But Gasly, to be fair, has driven a brilliant race and fully deserves it. Here we go. Hamilton for the win. Bottas making it a 1-2. And today we tried to do damage limitation, and we achieved that in many ways. But there we go. P5. I'll take that from P16.
That's the end of the race. We'll see you in Parc Ferme.
The Mercedes team pulled out a fantastic performance today. They should be proud. Anthony Davidson, how do you think they were able to set themselves apart today?
It was a question of right place, right time today. We were looking at an entirely different race before the safety car came out, but they were able to take full advantage after the field had been bunched up.
And I can see the drivers starting to approach the podium for the victory celebrations. A real team victory today. Everybody played their part. Congratulations then to Mercedes, your race winners today.
Well, there we go then, guys. Job done. The fireworks popping off here in Bahrain. It's a 1-2 for Mercedes, which is not ideal for us, but unfortunately, we tried our best. I think the one issue this race was that Pierre Gasly beat both myself and Ricciardo. We needed to be 3rd and 4th, really, and to limit the damage in this race. But having said that, P4 and P5 isn't too bad. Ricciardo, unfortunately, lets a podium slip away, and we finish, to be fair, a lot better than I expected. P16 on the grid, P18 in qualifying, so we turned it around in the race, and that stop for the soft tyres actually turned out to be really key. Having said that, it was a scruffy race. I got hit in turn 1, lap 1, and also on the restart. But we made it work. Luckily, no damage as we move into the standings. So, first of all, the Drivers' Championship, we are in 3rd place as Hamilton overtakes us for P2. Bottas leads the way, and Ricciardo up to P4. So, the top 4 are exactly what you would expect. We then move into the Constructors, and early on, we've established ourselves as the 2nd place team already. Mercedes, of course, leading the way. But, guys, that is it for the race at Bahrain, and this one, like I said, damage limitation GP, if you will. So, moving to the next one, round 3 at Vietnam. I feel confident. I feel that's a strong track for me, and I'm looking forward to it. But, guys, that is it for this one. We're now going to move into the laptop.
Did you struggle to get through all that traffic today?
A couple of times. I think we generally struggled for traction today, but as a whole, no, we didn't. We was really good today. The race pace was strong, and to be fair, the car was working great, and I was able to just push flat out. We had a lot of energy to use, and that's credit to the team. We could just go flat out the whole race.
What was your teammate's secret to success today?
I think he's just had the edge on me all weekend, and fair play to Daniel. I think he's had much better pace all round. We was a lot closer in the race, but ultimately he's been quicker, and yeah, as simple as that, really.
Appreciate your time.
So there we go then. After that race, we look at the rivalry breakdown. We outscore Max Verstappen quite comfortably, and we take a 10-6 lead heading into the next race at Vietnam. So overall, a decent weekend for us. Not, like I said, optimal, but still good points nonetheless. And we're slowly creeping our way up to level 20 on the Acclaim, and hopefully we'll be there very, very soon. But with that said, we look at the cash bonuses, also having pretty much a flawless weekend. Will there be any damage deductions? Looks like there will be a few on my end, so a bit of a shame. But again, we had a bit of a scruffy one all round, to be fair, so not entirely surprised. Either way, nearly $19 million now to our name. Okay, so happy days. We've actually got a engine upgrade on the car after that race, so I'm guessing that's courtesy of Mercedes-Benz. We look, first of all, though, at the activities tab, and we've got quite a few days until the next race in Vietnam, so let's work on a few different areas. So just having a quick kind of overview here. Looks like, to be fair, the sponsor advertisement could be a decent one for us because it would give us a nice bit of acclaim, so we'll throw that one on there straight away, and then that leaves us 5 more days, so we'll probably go for a sponsor event again to improve the team acclaim. And then the last 3 days, I think we'll dedicate those to probably some chassis equipment upgrades. So that's going to fill out our calendar quite nicely. We've got about 2 weeks until the next race. So let's first of all look at the upgrade that just arrived. And it's actually the one that we actually bought, to be fair. I thought it was a Mercedes-Benz upgrade, but it's our one. I think it's this one here. I think it was the rotor speed. So that's good to see. And we need to now level up this department to level 3 now because we need these final upgrades to really push on the engine department. Either way, I'm going to put on probably a minor fuel one maybe. We'll see how that goes. But first of all, let's look in other areas. So 1,500 points. Can we purchase a aerodynamic upgrade? Yes, we can. So that would actually be quite tempting. This one's actually a lot more powerful, the major front downforce one. And then on the chassis, we've got quite a few ultimate and major ones available to us. Having said that, I'm going to go aerodynamics. I'm going to go for this one here, which is the more effective one, and that should arrive for the Chinese Grand Prix. I could try and rush it, but you know, we'll play it safe. Hopefully that will arrive. And we still have $19 million left. And to be fair, what I'm going to work towards is, I think, you know, elevating our facilities to level 3 now. 10 million for fabrication level 3 on the engine. So I think we're going to go ahead and purchase that, so that way we can max out our engine upgrades. And with that said, we can now skip ahead all the way until the Vietnam Grand Prix. And there we go then, we are ready for the next race in Vietnam. And to be fair, I'm pretty confident. I think that's going to be a good track for us. And, you know, with the engine upgrade, that might help us a lot. And then, of course, after that race, I believe we've got the ultimate chassis upgrade and also the major aerodynamic upgrade arriving for China. So even for round 4, the Chinese Grand Prix, there's going to be some big upgrades on the car. And you can see here in the top right, we're going to close the gap to Mercedes quite a lot with those 2 upgrades. So hopefully they both arrive and there's no issues. But guys, that's going to be it from me here today for this episode of the My Team Career Mode. If you guys enjoyed it, then drop me a like. It massively helps me out. And also subscribe if you are new to the channel for daily F1 content and pretty much every other day My Team content. And on screen right now, you've got 2 videos you might want to check out. But that is it from me, and I'll see you all next time for round 3 for the Vietnam Grand Prix. But until then, take care and let's go back from me.